You know those conference parties where everyone's shouting over loud music, hugging strangers, and DMing each other on Instagram like new besties? Yeah, that's my personal nightmare. This episode is the Introvert's Guide to Surviving Conferences without burning out, pretending to be an extrovert, or losing your ever-loving mind. Let's get to it. Welcome to Ditch the Chaos, a snackable podcast for busy women who are done with burnout, rigid routines, and productivity guilt. You'll get clear, actionable strategies to reclaim your time and energy without planners, pressure, or one-size-fits-all systems. I'm Cara Chace, entrepreneur since 2015, mom of two, wife to one, and I am unapologetically caffeinated. Let's dive in. Let's talk about conferences. Whether you're a solo entrepreneur, an online business owner, or a creative professional, you know how valuable it can be to show up in person and make real face-to-face connections. But here's the thing most people won't say out loud. Conferences can be completely exhausting when you're an introvert. I'm not shy. I'm not socially anxious. I'm an INFJ who loves teaching, connecting, and being in the zone when I'm on and in the groove. But the moment the event ends, I want to disappear into a room with a book and no one touching me, talking to me, or needing anything from me. So if you're also an introvert trying to figure out how to make the most of conferences without draining your soul or needing to recover for weeks, here are my top 6 tips for protecting your energy and making meaningful connections at the next conference you attend. Number 1, build in buffer time. If you can, arrive a day early or stay a day late. Give yourself space to process, nap, brain dump, or follow up while everything is still fresh. And if you can, book a room at the conference hotel. That easy escape back to your own space and quiet can make a huge difference. Also, block the day after the conference, even if you're home. No calls, no to-dos, just a reset day. That's when I usually figure out what connections I want to follow up with, what notes I want to take action on, and what I can let go of. Number 2, just have a normal conversation with people. Skip the elevator pitch. Just say what you do in one simple sentence. I usually say something like, I'm a time management coach for overwhelmed women, and let them ask if they want to know more. If talking to strangers feels hard, keep 2 to 3 go-to questions in your back pocket, like what brought you to this event? Or what session has been your favorite so far? And here's the secret weapon for introverts: deep one-to-one conversations. Introverts are good listeners. We notice details. You don't have to work the room. Just connect with one person at a time. Number 3, yes, go ahead and do the business card thing. It's not outdated. It's an easy way to keep track of who you met without relying on your overloaded brain or a notes app. Sometimes I'll snap a picture of someone's card or write a note on mine. Other times I'll just send a quick DM so we're connected. And here's the pro tip. Before bed at the end of the conference day, jot down who you talked to and anything you want to remember. It doesn't have to be fancy, just enough context to help your future self when it's time to follow up after the conference. Number 4, if the conference has after-hour parties, know your limits. You do not have to go to every happy hour, dinner, or dance party. If loud music and mingling sound awful after a long day of learning, skip it. Quiet one-to-one meetups or early breakfasts are often more energizing and relationship building anyway. Quick story about this. At the closing party of the last conference I went to, I was having a fantastic conversation with a potential client, and I had to wind it up and excuse myself because I was about to hit a wall so hard I couldn't put sentences together. That realization became the seed for this blog. Don't let FOMO rule your decisions. If you're not going to be at your best, your conversations and your attitude will suffer. And that's not what we want when we're making connections. Number 5, you can do anything, but not everything. Set realistic expectations for yourself. You don't have to attend every breakout session or show up for every networking moment. If you know you can't manage to go from breakfast all the way to late night drinks with a bunch of people you barely know, don't. Figure out what's the one big thing you want to get out of each day and focus there. Everything else is optional. And finally, number 6, pick 1 to 3 goals for the conference. Clear intentions help reduce decision fatigue and FOMO. Decide ahead of time. Are you here to meet collaborators? Learn something you can implement right away? Maybe sign a new client? When you get clear on your goal, it's easier to say no to the noise and the options and yes to the moments that matter. So here's your reset and reclaim action step for the week. If you're heading to a conference soon, pick your top 3 goals ahead of time. Then block off time now for rest before and after the event. If it's not on your calendar, it's probably not going to happen. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Conferences don't have to mean pretending you're an extrovert or running yourself into the ground. Today, we talked about why building in buffer time is crucial, how to ditch the pitch and have real conversations, the underrated power of business cards and one-to-one follow-ups, listening to your limits and skipping what drains you, choosing one meaningful moment per day, and setting goals ahead of time to make your experience intentional. When you approach conferences this way, you're not just surviving them, you might actually enjoy them on your own terms and make them worthwhile. Thanks for tuning in. If this episode helped you, subscribe so you never miss an update and share with another woman who needs to hear it. For more resources, show notes, and my Chaos Detox course, visit carachace.com. Until next time, I'm Cara Chace, reminding you to keep questioning the rules and making your own.